too. I can't stop it. Grab it. Are you in on the side? Yeah. I really don't know what just happened. What's up, guys? Welcome to week number 7 of Goggins Force Programming. As you can see from the little clip there, my squat session did not exactly start off super positive. My warm-ups moved pretty well, but for some reason on that first working set there, my hamstring tendinopathy kind of flared up and just sent my whole body into a nice little stanky leg or stanky body rattle there. So fortunately was able to come back, correct my positioning, and still hit my scheduled 8 triples with 315 in straight weight and about 200 pounds of band tension on there as well. All relatively smoothly. Kind of reviewing the video here, I can see that my hips were a little bit tight. Once we get to the front angle shots right here, you can kind of see that I'm having a harder time getting that my right, left, or my left, your right if you're as you're watching it, getting that hip open. And that probably had something to do with why the hamstring was pissed off, but it was only isolated to this session here. I ended up doing some body tempering on pretty much everything between this session and the deadlift session on Thursday. Got the hamstrings loosened up, got the hips loosened up, rolled out my thoracic spine, which was pretty beat to hell, and it's got everything moving well. So that was a little bit of just kind of a freak happening that hasn't really gone on for a while. It was more funny than frustrating, so whatever. Still got my work in, followed all these squats with 6 sets of glute ham raise with the focus on the eccentric portion of the lift. So just put some work in on that Monday. The light bench session was nothing too terribly exciting either. The weight did move up this week though, so instead of 5 sets of 5 at 225, I just had the first set of 5 there, as you're seeing here, and then 3 sets of 5 with 245. So just included 2 of those sets with 245. Overall, moving pretty well. I did start to get some tendonitis towards the end of the sets, but the work that I did in through the pecs and particularly my traps has been getting really tight in the last week or so. But keeping that opened up did make this pretty manageable of a session. I seem to almost end up utilizing this as a recovery day because I never am feeling too fast on this Wednesday workout, and I have a little bit of issues in the elbows, but after this workout and after the recovery work that I do on Wednesdays, I'm always pretty much good to go by the following day, and any pain, if anything, is gone from the elbows. So everything is timed out perfectly as far as recovery. I just have to make sure that I keep up on all of my prep work to be able to be fully ready for each of the sessions. Since this is the lighter week, I'm back to the speed pulls on deadlifts as well. So I've got 10 singles here, done every 45 seconds with 315 in plate weight and 2 mini bands that I'm standing on for some accommodating resistance. From the work that we did with the body tempering on the hamstrings and everything on Wednesday night, this session felt really good. Bar speed was pretty solid. My setup was solid. I was getting my upper back locked in a lot better than I was the previous week, where I was kind of jerking the bar off the floor. And these reps just felt really good. I was pretty happy with my positioning, and just everything overall was right where I'd like it to be. So because this is the lighter week, decided to push the shrugs and other accessory work harder in lieu of some heavier deadlifting. Ended up working up to another PR on shrugs with 650 for a set of 8. I was shooting for 10 but didn't quite get there, so I decided I'd take it for a second set and actually just do better. So this is that second set of 650 for 10 on shrugs. I then dropped it back down to 585 and got to 15 in my head but 13 in real life, since I apparently have the counting skills of a preschooler. And then followed us with 4 sets of 10 on the neutral grip chin-ups, which was much better than the last week's set of, I think, like 12, 8, and 3. Found that if I just left a few in the tank, I could actually hit 10 over and over. So did that, and then followed up with some of the wide grip cable rows as well. And because of the heroicism on my upper back work on that day, my traps and just upper back in general were still shit on Saturday when I went into bench. So for some reason or not for some reason, for that reason, the workout on Saturday with bench just really felt off. My traps are keeping my shoulders from getting into a good position, even though we did some work on everything. And I think there was just some lingering fatigue there, and I just couldn't keep my shoulder blades retracted. The weight of the bar felt heavy in my hand. I was inconsistent with where I was touching on my chest with the bar and my bar path in general. And even though I was still able to get through all 3 sets of 5 with 355, I was just not too pleased with how the reps looked or felt. My bench has been pretty on point as far as technique, so this was not acceptable, even though it was a pretty significant volume PR. So I'm going to be repeating this workout next week. I'm going to make sure that after my deadlift training on Thursday, I get in there and dig out my traps and just kind of get everything loosened up and prepared. So that should not be the case next week. I know that strength-wise I can do much better than my performance on this session. I just need to make sure I can get into good quality positions, so that way my reps are a lot more efficient than this. So that's the lesson learned for the week. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like it and subscribe to my channel. If you haven't done so already, connect with me on Facebook and on Instagram at Jeron Kerridge. And be sure to check out the gym's website at www.savagegym.com.
All right. So